Greetings. Hey, it's Susie Q here, working with quantum healing hypnosis technique, the work of Dolores Cannon. I'm a level 2 practitioner down here in sunny Scottsdale. I also do the work of the Akashic Records, automatic writing, and other types of work as well. So sometimes I put my website down below in the details with the YouTube channel, and then you can see some of the other qualities and nature that I've kind of welcomed into my field. So we're really talking today about blocks with the QHHT. And so blocks are these states of consciousness where a person is not able to move forward. They can't go, forward. They can't go sideways. They can't go backwards, but they're just blocked. It's kind of like they're stuck in a really small space and there's no place to go. There's no place to get any better guidance. They're just stuck like Chuck. And so sometimes when we're looking at it, we call it the blocks of transparency. And then we start revealing through letting go. And now, sometimes when people are in, it could be part of the interview. It could be some other questions. It could be anything. It could be the induction. It could be past lives, present, past, present, future, concurrent running timelines, or it could even be happening within the area of the subconscious mind. And so when we're looking at these areas of blocks where they're not able to move forward into whatever they're wishing to create in their field, is they're continuing to get into smaller spaces, and there's not much flexibility with that. So the best we can do with these states of consciousness is maybe, like even I think with this conversation right now, is that when you come in with a session with me, and there's all kinds of different practitioners, and so we kind of have similarities, but what I notice for myself is that I clearly can catch the vibe that there's blocks, or there's problematic things that are continually perpetuating in their now life story. And the more that they go into that, and again, like I say, you get smaller, and you're in a teeny tiny box, But we want people to feel more free, more available, and more ready to have a better experience with some of the things that they've been trapped in. So sometimes when you get that block, you start feeling like, I can't do this. I don't know how to do it. This is what I've always been told. This is what I usually do. And then we start finding that those blocks are just like going, it's just like, let it go, let it go. But letting go, for some people, it's almost like there's like an entity or another version of you, a pseudo self that is operating with blocks. But maybe you, in your beautiful essence of your divinity, your sovereign self, is you might just start thinking, I need something different. I need to create something better in my life. And then, you could even say there might be a pseudo version of you that's saying, it's going to be blocking forever. You're going to never get out of this fix. So when we start looking at some of these opportunities to have these sessions, to talk about the subconscious clearing, to start releasing, revealing, dissolving, erasing, or any of these words, I kind of don't really focus too much on those words. But what I really work with is the bands of energies through the subconscious mind. It even begins at the beginning of the interview, right when a person comes in, and then we start getting a little bit more understanding about the stories of a person's life. And the more that we go deeper into it, and we start noticing that blocks, for a lot of people, there are blocks. I mean, I think I can really say I probably had a lot of blocks a number of years ago. And let's just say it might have been on a Tuesday, and then Wednesday I'm better. But back then I had blocks that took maybe 20 years, for me to start receding from some of these energies that aren't helping me. And I kept doing the perpetual, story, same, the same information over and over again. And then, eventually we kind of discern through, kind of breaking those barriers of what we call blocks, as we just start noticing, I want something better in my field. I'm ready to receive something amazing, something extraordinary, and I'm ready. I'm ready and available to have a better experience with letting things go. It could be the blocks, or it could be the story of your life. It could be past lives, future lives. It could be from other states of consciousness that you're working with. But when you start kind of noticing the same thing keeps happening. It's the same thing. It's going, oh, here it goes again. It's going to go again and again. And then we just start noticing that, you know what? I think, for my juicy self, I think that right now that if you're ready and available and you know that you keep doing the same thing over and over again, and that was me, that was totally me. So I'm talking about Susie Q. And then over time, I learned that I did not need the drama or the trauma or any other, other kinds of energies, but I just started realizing, and it wasn't an intentional practice to to get rid of blocks, but all of a sudden, it's like the sky okay, it's like blue skies every day. And then I started noticing that I don't have those tendencies anymore. And so you could say these are life lessons through the QHHT, and we see a lot of that through the past lives in that first hour of the hypnosis. And then we start noticing that I think it's gone. You start, all of a sudden, you're just like, I don't have that story anymore. I think I've graduated. It took me 20 years. It might have been 25 years. But whenever we continue to take a look at and examine our beautiful divinity, and then we've got many levels of consciousness, not just the physical reality, but these other realms of consciousness that surround the physical self, is we start noticing that I feel lighter and it's easier. I feel more complementary with what is. And we start really focusing in on some of these really beautiful bands of curiosity. Like, okay, so now that 20 or 25 year lesson has been complete, what's next? What else do I need to do? What else do I want to create? And how amazing can it be? Now, for creating, for me, I love creating these videos because a lot of times when people contact me about sessions, it's like it would be like for me to explain what happens during the sessions that I do is that it would be better for me just to do a video. And so this is what I love to do, is to share, give guidance, and I share some of my stories because we've all been there. We've all had different, ups. We've had ups and then we've had downs. And so, but now it's getting a little bit easier for me because that big bandwidth of energy from 20 to 25 years is it kind of was sneaky. It was kind of like it just immediately left. And I don't know what happened or why or where or whatever. It doesn't matter. But now with these energies that we're working with, we have powerful levels of consciousness that will assist a person to break those barriers, break these things down, get rid of this stuff, blocking transparency revealed through letting go. The more that we let go, okay, let's just say, well, that's been my story, and I love my story, and then I make up more stories after the story. Yes, but then you start noticing that through letting go is that you create more space. And so let's just say you've got a bandwidth of so much energy and it's all filled up, and then all of a sudden it starts receding, and then it opens into a new space of potentiality. And what would that be for you now? What would it look like for you now if you could let those things go? What else would you bring into the field? Would it be flowers? Would it be beauty? Would it be harmonization? Could it be balanced? Or it could be healing my body? How am I healing my body, And then working with our relationships. How are my relationships doing? Sometimes they're great, and sometimes it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of like suspect, but sometimes when we're working with the relationships in our field, we really, really want to embrace not only our family, our friends, our partners, or the cat down the street, is that we start noticing that everything is kind of like smoothing out. It's like smoothing out the energy. And also with the idea of what we call again, like the healing of the body, we do a lot of that through the subconscious mind with the QHHT. And then working with the idea of what is prosperity, what are miracles? And you start looking at some of these ways of looking at life and knowing that, God, there's got to be something better for me. What else do I need to do? What else do I need to know? Who do I need to connect with to get some better experiences or learning about, blocks in these different states of consciousness? So all of this, I think, is helping us, and it's freeing. When you start going into just breaking down those barriers and get those blocks be gone, blocks be gone, and just allow yourself to find the best solution for you now. Maybe yes, it was a Tuesday, and then now it's a Sunday, and then you start noticing that, oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my goodness, I'm feeling lighter. So I think this is it for now. We'll see you soon, and namaste.